The street is boiling over with secrets that are about to explode. Summer reaches a desperate, heartbreaking low, taking dangerous steps to escape her bleak reality. Tyrone is holding on to footage that could change everything, but speaking up means facing his own dark actions. Gary finds his past catching up with him, while a familiar face struggles with a terrifying mental break that puts Roy squarely in the danger zone. And an innocent meetup turns into a terrifying, deceptive setup. The twists coming to the cobbles this week will leave you absolutely speechless. If you want to stay ahead of all the jaw-dropping drama, hit that like button and subscribe to CoronationST Update right now. We bring you the latest, most accurate tea so you never miss a beat. Now, let's get into the shocking events unfolding this week. Summer is pushed to the absolute breaking point. The reality of life locked away is becoming far too much for her to bear. Since accusations surfaced regarding the passing of Theo, she has continued to scream her innocence, but the evidence paints a very bleak picture. Her brooch was found at the scene, George placed her nearby, and her attempt to fly to America made her look incredibly guilty. The situation takes a terrifying turn when Todd gets a heart-stopping call informing him that Summer has been rushed to the hospital. When he finally gets to see her, Summer makes a devastating confession. She admits she deliberately tampered with her medical device because she simply couldn't cope with being in that facility for another second. Todd is absolutely horrified to realize just how deep her despair runs. He shares the grim update with his friends at the Rovers, and for one specific person listening, the guilt of letting an innocent girl face such a dark fate becomes almost impossible to hide. The next day, Todd, Asher, and Nina visit her again. While she has survived the immediate medical emergency, Summer completely breaks down, dreading the thought of going back behind those walls. Will the truth finally surface before she loses all hope? Well, it seems the pressure is finally getting to Tyrone. As Summer's situation spirals, Tyrone is forced to confront a massive secret he's been burying. We all know he saw Summer leaving the flat the evening Theo passed, and more importantly, he saw Theo breathing in the window afterward. This is the exact information needed to clear Summer's name. But Tyrone has kept his mouth shut to protect himself from his own catastrophic mistake from that very same night. The guilt trips into overdrive when Carl reveals he's having flashbacks to the night he was injured, remembering it happened at the garage. Terrified and weighed down by Summer's tragic situation, Tyrone completely breaks down and confesses everything to Fizz. He admits his statement to the authorities was entirely fake. He reveals that on that fateful night, he caught Carl messing with Kevin's vehicle and actually filmed the whole thing on his phone. But in his rush to leave, Tyrone accidentally knocked the vehicle jack, causing the car to fall and severely injure Carl. Fizz is utterly stunned by the sheer scale of his deception and immediately orders him to hand over his phone. With the footage right there, will Tyrone finally step up and do the right thing to save Summer? Gary is once again feeling the heat as inquiries begin circling right back to his doorstep. He thought he was in the clear after Maria gave him a fake story, claiming they were together at the builder's yard and that she had asked him to wipe the security footage. That little lie kept Gary protected, but Todd's missing phone has become the ultimate wild card. The phone, which Theo had before his passing, turned up at a pawn shop with Brody's fingerprints on it. Brody was taken in by the authorities and claimed he found the phone in a skip outside Gary's yard. Kit starts grilling Gary about the device, but Gary plays dumb. Kit isn't buying it for a second and tells Lisa that Gary is hiding something massive. As Kit notices more hushed, secretive conversations happening around the street, Gary finds himself pulled right back into the center of the storm. Maria is also cracking under the pressure. Gary's sudden overprotectiveness towards Sarah has her feeling very uneasy, and the renewed attention on Gary threatens to expose the false story she told the authorities. While waiting for Gary at Speed Dull, Maria confides in Shona that things just haven't felt right between them. Gary eventually apologizes for standing her up, but their moment is shattered when Kit and Lisa arrive, demanding Maria go over her statement one more time. Gary is visibly rattled. Will Maria crack and expose him, or stick to her story? Daniel's nightmare is far from over, as child welfare returns to scrutinize his life with Bertie. After hitting rock bottom and having far too much to drink, Daniel slept right through a terrifying kitchen incident where Bertie put metal in the microwave. Bertie fled the smoke-filled flat, leaving Daniel to wake up in a total panic. After an intense confrontation with Adam and an accidental physical clash with Ken, child welfare showed up due to an anonymous tip. This week, Daniel nervously welcomes Ruth back into the flat so she can speak directly with Bertie about the incident. Trying to do damage control, Daniel attempts to smooth things over with Adam and Alia, thanking them for their recent help, despite the family tension. Daniel is absolutely convinced he knows exactly who made that anonymous call to report him, but is his paranoia pointing him in the wrong direction entirely? Over at number 8, David is desperately trying to repair his fractured relationship with Shona. Jodie's relentless interference has caused endless strain, especially with baby Harper needing their full attention. The tension snaps again when David loses Harper's 5-month milestone card right before a highly anticipated hospital photo shoot. The delay causes them to miss the appointment entirely, leaving Shona absolutely devastated. David instantly points the finger at Jodie, certain she's sabotaged them once again. Determined to make things right, David goes all out the next day. He sets up a deeply romantic meal for Shona and presents her with a heartfelt gift box filled with Harper's ultrasound photos, her hospital bracelet, and a sweet little outfit for when they finally bring her home. He's praying this emotional gesture proves his dedication, but repairing this rift might take more than a gift. Later, the family does get a brief moment of joy when Lily wins a Player of the Year trophy. They gather for a special tea to celebrate, but with Jodie still lurking, it's only a matter of time before she stirs the pot and ruins the peace. Will's traumatic past refuses to stay buried as he is pulled right back into Megan's deceptive web. After being manipulated by her, Will has been trying his hardest to rebuild a normal life. But Megan is relentless, sneaking him her new number and trying to force contact. Will confesses to Hope that he's seriously considering quitting athletics forever because it's a constant reminder of Megan. Hope fiercely encourages him not to let Megan steal his passion, reminding him that giving up only gives her more power. While they have this deep conversation, Sam is watching them, and his paranoia is spiraling completely out of control. Later, Will excitedly tells Hope he received a message from his old running buddy from Hull, Lee. Lee had previously claimed he also had a sensual relationship with Megan and supposedly wanted to meet up to talk. Will heads to the meetup spot, hoping for closure. But his blood runs cold when he realizes he's walked into a deceptive setup. Lee isn't there. Megan is waiting for him. She faked the entire message to lure him there. With Megan refusing to let him go, what twisted game is she playing now? And how will Will escape her grasp? The situation with Sam takes a dark, psychological turn that will leave viewers deeply unsettled. Since the truth about Will and Megan came out, Sam has lost all sense of safety. His intense fear of Will has fractured his grip on reality, leading to a severe mental break. He's now hallucinating a twisted, imaginary version of his dear friend Roy. But this voice isn't kind. This imaginary Roy is cold, forceful, and demanding that Sam take aggressive action to protect himself. After seeing Will and Hope together, Sam's hallucination commands him to permanently remove Will from the picture. When Sam protests, insisting he isn't an aggressive person, the dark voice viciously mocks him, calling him a coward. The next day, Sam tries to talk to the real Roy about Will, but Roy is completely confused. Sam fails to realize his mind is playing tricks on him. By Friday, the paranoia completely consumes him. Guided by the dark voice, Sam tracks Will down to the back room of the Rovers. The hallucination warns Sam that Will is going to end his life, sending Sam into a blind, frantic panic. He flees the pub, and a concerned Will chases after him. Sam sprints to the cafe and locks himself inside, shutting Will out. But the real Roy is inside the cafe, and Sam is suddenly trapped between the real Roy and the terrifying voice screaming in his head. Outside, Nick, Toya, Leanne, and Will are desperately begging Sam to unlock the door. Inside, Sam is losing control. Nick realizes with horror that Sam is displaying a deeply aggressive side he has never seen before. The tension bridges into incredibly dangerous territory. As Sam's panic peaks, everyone fears he might do the unthinkable and harm Roy in his confusion. Before the cafe lockdown, Carla actually spotted Sam fleeing through the precinct. Recognizing the wild look in his eyes, Carla knew instantly that something was deeply, dangerously wrong. She tried to calmly keep him talking while dialing Nick, but the moment Nick and David arrived, the crowd overwhelmed Sam, and he bolted. Carla is left badly shaken. Drawing from her own dark struggles, she delivers a chilling warning to Nick. She tells him she recognizes the signs and fears Sam is experiencing a severe mental break. Nick knows Carla doesn't exaggerate about things like this. If Carla sees it, it's real. The family is finally waking up to the sheer magnitude of Sam's crisis, but it might be too late to stop a tragedy from unfolding behind the locked doors of the cafe. Finally, amidst all the heavy drama, Debbie's friends rally around her to provide a desperate glimmer of light. Following her heartbreaking memory decline diagnosis, Debbie has been trying to soak up every good moment she has left. Seeing the toll it's taking on her, Christina, Glenda, and Sally hatch a heartwarming plan. They surprise Debbie with the news that they are whisking her away on a fabulous girls' trip to Spain. They're hoping a change of scenery and some sun-soaked laughs will be exactly what she needs to lift her spirits. It's a beautiful moment of friendship, perfectly capturing the delicate balance of joy and sorrow as Debbie faces her uncertain future. Will this sunny getaway give her the strength she needs for the road ahead? This week is packed with unforgettable emotional highs and terrifying lows. You definitely don't want to miss a single episode. What do you think Tyrone should do with the video? Will Sam cross a line he can never come back from? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications for CoronationST update so you never miss out on the juiciest street spoilers. See you in the next one.